Hello, my name is Ellie Barnes. I'm a writer and a librarian, and today I would like to review Dr. Craig Malkin's Rethinking Narcissism, the bad and surprising good about feeling special. In this book, Dr. Craig Malkin argues that narcissism is not necessarily a bad thing. He puts it on a spectrum. At 0 on the spectrum, you have what he calls egoists, and what we laymen would call someone with horribly low self-esteem. They never feel special. On the other end of the spectrum, we have true narcissists who think the world revolves around them. To be healthy is actually to be in the middle. Sometimes you feel special, sometimes you don't. But you're still capable of creating true intimate relationships. Being on either extreme edge of the spectrum interferes with having a connection with another person. He offers some really good information in this book. I agree with his premise that feeling special is occasionally a good thing, and too much of it is bad. Too little is also bad. He provides a test in here to see where you are on his spectrum. I was a 6, which is considered healthy, although slightly narcissistic. He also offers ways to talk to the narcissists in your life. I found this especially informative. In some ways, it's a narcissism test. You're gauging where that person is on the scale, and from then you can determine how to deal with them. I deal with people in the public a lot, and I have no idea who that person is when they walk up to me. Sometimes I deal with angry people, and they're angry because they're having a bad day. And sometimes I deal with angry people because they are angry all the time, or because they are intoxicated, or because they are in need of help that they are not getting. Using the narcissism test that he puts in here helped me talk to them and determine if I can sort of break their bad day and help them, or if they are beyond my skills. We all seem to be dealing with narcissists in our life lately, and maybe that was always true and it hasn't changed, I'm just more aware of it. But still, because of that, I think this book is extremely relevant right now and worth reading. The third thing he does in this book that I think is very interesting and again very relevant to now is to discuss narcissism in social media. A lot of people have made the argument that social media is just a tool and whether it's good or bad is based on how you use it. It's a completely valid argument. He argues that each of these social media platforms is essentially a country. It has its own laws, it has its own culture, and how you behave within it determines whether or not you're going to make real connections with the people around you, or going to dig further and deeper into egoism or narcissism. It's kind of the same argument as the social media is a tool thing, it's just a different metaphor. But it's valid, and I think it's worth reading. Now, the one downside of this book is that it's so informative that it's not always engaging. I've read for this channel several nonfiction books that I whipped through in a matter of days, including You Deserve a Drink, You're Never Weird on the Internet Almost, and Furiously Happy, all of which are fantastic books. This is a very good book. It's just more information than anything else. So it won't keep you coming back the way those memoirs did. But I still think it's worth reading, even if it takes longer to read. Alright, that was my review of Rethinking Narcissism by Dr. Craig Malkin. I do recommend it. I think it's a good book. At least pick it up and leaf through it and look at his explanation of egoism and narcissism. I think those are worth understanding.